Hey guys, welcome to RV Camping with Wade's RV. We're out here in Goldsby, and we're okay. No tornadoes. They were close, but they did not touch us. Yeah, you can bring those over here. Today's podcast, we're going to talk a little bit about the special awards that we received a couple of weeks at the, hey, watch out now, at the Newmar convention. These are not weapons. These are special awards. Are we still live, Willie D? I'm not sure what's going on there. He's going to check that out. I'm going to continue to talk to make sure. Hey, if you see us right now and you can hear us, comment below. If you have any questions related to RVs or about our special prices that are going on right now, because if you're thinking about RV camping, you got to be thinking about Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And if you come here this weekend and take advantage of our special deals, our special financing, you will be camping by Memorial Weekend. Is that correct?
Absolutely. You can have it going the same day.
There you go. And then we're working with those local credit unions and the banks to make sure that we get everyone the best possible interest rates. And we have a different approach here. We don't do the shotgun approach, so we don't blast your credit. And we don't do that. So, we've been on the other end. Everyone here, we talk about it all the time. Like, hey, we experience those same things, so we want to make sure that some of the things that we've dealt with in the past, that we just make sure that we keep that in mind for our customers, and we make sure that we are always getting better for our customers' sake. And so if you have decent credit and you're in the market for a travel trailer, fifth wheel, this is actually only applies to travel trailers. Aspen Trails, really. You have decent credit, zero down, you could buy an Aspen Trail for around about $200 a month.
Yeah. Right about that cell phone payment, that's, if you break it down, a lot of people talk about, oh, man, a cup of coffee a day. If you really do break down the payment, it comes out to, if you eliminate that Starbucks trip, you can have an RV. So it's not out of the reach. Just look into the financing options because, like you said, we do have great rates, and then those terms are also awesome as well. That's what makes it so affordable to so many people across the board. Many people think, oh, man, you just got to be so rich. You got to have them loaded pockets to buy these RVs, and that's not the case. So we have something in every size for every budget.
And and everybody also thinks, hey, I got to have a big truck, got to have a diesel to tow. Nope. We actually have truck campers now out here at Goldsby, and we have mini travel trailers. I don't even know how much that thing weighs, but I could literally just pull that thing around the lot here very easily. I've seen people tow those with little cars. So if you have a half-ton towable car, I guess a small SUV or a truck, come see us. We're going to get you hooked up. Yeah,
one of the customers that we did last week actually had a GMC Terrain. I mean, and that was a 4-cylinder.
Oh, wow.
They were able to pull with that, so...
So what did they buy?
They bought a Tab.
Yes.
So one of the smaller ones in which you have on the tags, which 1,220 pounds.
Gotcha.
So, 4-cylinder SUV is going to pull that.
So, guys, how rude am I? I did not introduce our sales manager, Adam.
I'm nobody.
Ogden. Yes, you are.
I'm nobody.
Adam,
you're the sales manager at Wade's RV in Goldsby. Come on.
So when you come here and you're looking for that RV and you're going through the process, answering all those questions to find out the perfect RV for you and your family, this guy's going to help you out.
100%.
And so how many years have you been in the RV industry?
I started in 2018, so I've gone on 5 years now.
There you go. And what's your favorite camping spot?
Broken Bow Lake.
Okay. That's awesome. I've not been to Broken Bow in so many years. What is your favorite camping memory? Put you on the spot there.
You kind of did a little bit, but the thing about it is I don't really need to think about it that much. I know exactly what it is.
Right.
It's a funny story that my mom tells. We had a travel trailer when I was a kid, and we were at the lake. We had like a family reunion that we did once every year. I was smaller, okay?
Okay.
But...
Like around about what age?
Let's say probably somewhere around 6, 7 years old.
Okay.
And there was a top bunk in this unit.
Yeah.
And I never got to sleep in the top bunk because my mom, even back then, was kind of that helicopter parent. I was the youngest of 3.
Yeah.
So I was the baby. She still introduces me as that to this day, which kills me. But I always wanted to sleep on that top bunk. I finally talked her into it. For whatever reason, I woke up in the middle of the night, thought she had put me on the bottom bunk, and I was mad, wanted to go get her to put me back on top.
Yeah.
So I just stood up I was still on the top bunk.
Uh-oh.
So I bounced off the floor and fell down on that deal. But my mom still loves to tell that story about how she heard the thud in the middle of the night and she knew exactly what it was. But just being at the lake, family reunions, we did them once a year.
Yeah.
Our entire family was out there, and it was a lot of fun. So.
Did you get to sleep on the top bunk after that?
Never again.
Oof.
I'm pretty sure if we went camping now with a bunkhouse, my mom wouldn't let me get up there.
Yeah.
And I'm 42 years old.
That's awesome. So, Willie D, you want to talk about, kind of introduce what these trophies are and...
So these trophies right here, we were talked about it a little bit. These are awards that we have won here in Goldsby for service. Mm-hmm. And whenever we talk about Newmar, service is a big deal. Whenever we talk Wade's RV, service is a big deal. And
that's the foundation of Wade's RV.
That's why the partnership works so good together. And Newmar has a very, very high standard. They actually send out a survey to each one of their customers whenever they come in for service and then whenever they purchase a unit to report back to them to make sure that their dealerships are doing exactly what they would want. So kind of like we come down here, we check in at Goldsby, we check in at Joplin, make sure everything's working to the Wade's RV way. Same thing with Newmar is they check in with these dealerships and more so with the customers to make sure they're having that level of customer service that they want across the board. So here in Goldsby, really proud of these guys. They have year after year continued to get higher and higher and higher ratings. So no one's ever going to be perfect. Newmar doesn't expect you to be perfect, and it would be a little fishy if you did get 100%. 100%. Everyone was totally happy across the board. But at year after year here in Goldsby, they've been able to get a higher and higher award, and this year they were able to achieve the platinum status. Mm-hmm. And so I don't remember the exact percentage, but I think it's something like 95%.
It is.
100% total satisfaction from all the customers. So that is a lot of people. 95 out of 100 were 100%. And let me be clear on this. If it's a 4-star rating, it does not qualify. So that's not saying that people had a bad experience, but I've been doing the Google reviews on Wade's RV for quite some time, and I do know our customer base sometimes is a little elderly and sometimes do need help with those reviews. And so sometimes people mistakenly hit that 4-star when they mean to have a 5-star because, I mean, come on. It's either a 2-star, 3-star, or 5-star. Where's that 4-star really even? You're either mildly satisfied, happy, or you're not. And so sometimes people do make that mistake. But overall, they were able to achieve that excellent rating and get these awesome statues. And so we were able to go up there, was it 2 weeks ago, right around there?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, we were able to go up to Colorado Springs. It was a really fun trip. And for me, it was awesome because we got to see all of the brand new 2024 Newmars. And if you haven't checked them out, go on our YouTube because we have Little Wade going in. Most of those models showing you around and showing you all the new features and the new designs are really what caught my eye. So when we were able to go up there, they gave us a great dinner and we were able to accept these awards. And I got the cool job because I got to go along and film everything. And so I got to kind of tell the story after the fact. And it was really, really cool just to see how passionate everyone was. And then also up there, everyone was ordering the new models for 2024. And so we were able to actually, me and you were able to pick a couple colors and a couple interiors and a couple floor plans, and that was a really cool process I hadn't been able to take part of before. And I'm excited to see these 2024s roll in. We actually have the very first 2024 Dutch Star over there in Glenpool. So if you're interested and you want to be the very first person to have a 2024 Dutch Star, we got you covered. So it was a really fun trip, and I really enjoyed it, and it was cool just to see behind the scenes and also meet some of those people from Newmar that you see on those product videos, when we're doing the training and just getting ready to sell the products, because they do have a very high standard to be able to sell these products. You have to complete about 12 hours of training to make sure that you can answer questions, and just like when we were talking about service, whenever someone comes in looking for a Newmar, they want to make sure that you can take care of them just like you are a representative from Newmar. So I kind of always think that we kind of do work for Newmar at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's right. And so going back to the trophies, you said these were voted on by the customers?
By the customers. It's not us here at Wade's RV sending in votes. We're not doing mail-in ballots here. Mm-hmm. These are actual customers that did vote for these awards. So it's kind of a competition across the board, and I think we're going to get to that 100% here soon, if not this year.
Yeah, and so in 2022, we received the Gold Service Dealer Award, which was really awesome. We were really excited about that. And this year, it was, oh my goodness, the Platinum Service Dealer Award, which is really awesome. This thing is
Pretty fancy trophy.
So
Yeah.
cool. Wow. Did you get a chance to hold this?
I did. I'm a little scared of holding it. to
Did
be
you
honest
kiss
with you.
it as
wow,
well?
look at that.
You know,
Look at
like
that.
after the football
Hey,
game.
look at that,
I was
guys.
going to say, what we do after hours is
Okay.
not anybody's business.
Hold
okay?
on. So now that we presented the award, do you have any speech?
Oh,
speech.
Lord,
Any
no.
words?
No, not at all.
So
Other than praising our service department for getting us to where we're at. I mean, it's pretty
Yeah.
amazing the stuff that they do back there and the way that Sherry and Jared and everybody back there take care of our customers to the point
Yeah.
that we're able to get something like that is just amazing.
And I agree with that. So could you kind of touch on when somebody comes to Goldsby, they go I-35, exit 104, they do the little loop-de-loop, they turn right on the airport road, and they drive past the airport, and then they drive a little bit further because there's just some field there. And then they find us.
Here we are.
What's next? What can they expect when they walk in that front door?
They can expect to be greeted very warmly from one of my salesmen, from our receptionist Rita, who everybody here just loves their job and loves being here. You know, that's one of the biggest things that I took away from here when I started was the fact of the family atmosphere that we have and how much customers really do mean to us when they walk in that door. I've never worked anywhere where the level of customer service is what it is here. And it's just something that's amazing to me. So they can expect to be treated with respect and to leave with a great deal, whether it's service work, whether it's buying a new camper, travel trailer, motorhome, whatever it may be. They're going to get the highest level of care from us.
That's awesome. So talking about travel trailers, what's the best deal that you have? I guess what's the how would I word this? Like a deal, what would be the one that you would kind of point us in the right direction, like a travel trailer that just a smoking deal right
The
now?
deal of the day. Travel trailer deal
not
of the
deal
day.
of the day, because I was going to hit him with that, like on the Cyclone. Something that you're excited about. I guess like maybe a new feature or just something that you're seeing like a floor plan that everybody gravitate to. If you would just kind of like spotlight, I guess.
Sure.
Spotlight a travel trailer.
To me, the Kodiaks, and not any particular floor plan necessarily, with the way that we've got them priced at the invoice pricing right now, to go along with the construction of the Kodiak.
Yes.
I don't think you can find anything out there that's going to be in that price point that's constructed as well as what that is for that kind of money. I mean, it's just not out there. Those have the bare cage construction, so you actually have an aluminum frame construction that goes front wall, back wall, or front and back cap, side wall, ceiling, floor, everything. If you stripped everything off of that, you'd find it would look like a bear cage.
Oh, wow.
You're saying they don't leave giant gaps like open range?
Yes.
Okay,
No.
They actually frame around their windows? Wow.
Frame around the windows,
Incredible.
everything.
Taking that actual step of construction. I love that because that's what we have.
100%. And that's what's really nice about the Kodiaks to me. And hence that's kind of where they get their name from, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can find anything else out there in that price point for what we've got them on right now on the 22s that you're going to be able to find anything comparable to that as far as value goes.
Now, give me a sales pitch on why should I buy a brand new 2022 Kodiak over a 1997 Leroy's selling on Marketplace?
So, full warranty for one.
Okay.
I tell people all the time, I came from the car business, and I was used to if I sold a used car that had 12,000 miles and it was a year old, it still had 24,000 miles worth of warranty or 2 years left.
Yeah.
That went to the next owner. Travel trailers, fifth wheels, those are not the same way. That warranty does not transfer to your second owner. I mean, it's only to the first original owner. So when you're buying from that individual, you have no warranty. You have nobody that's standing behind what they're selling you either. So you buy that from that individual, and I mean, it falls into two pieces when you pull off from their house where you bought it. You better call two tow trucks because you don't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where you're at.
You own it.
So with buying from us, you obviously are going to have somebody that's going to stand behind you with an award-winning service department.
Perfect.
Your salesman's not just going to leave you high and dry after you pull off the lot. They don't care about what happens to you. They're actually going to be there for you. They're going to help you get taken care of. They're going to get you to the right people and make sure that you're well taken care of.
Awesome. And with that being said, if you decide to buy something used here at Wade's RV, because we take consignments, we buy used travel trailers and we take trades. And so if you decide to, hey, I still want something used because that's just what I like, that's cool.
Sure.
Know that when you purchase here at Wade's RV, that we do a full PDI. That's a pre-delivery inspection.
Yes.
What does that mean?
So it's going to get ran through the service department. It's going to get completely checked out. So they're checking all those major components for you. They're making sure that your air conditioners are working, that your refrigerator's working, that you don't have any leaks. Anything that needs to be fixed before it goes out is going to get fixed. Anything that needs to be replaced is going to get replaced. So you're actually able to still buy with peace of mind of knowing that this thing has been gone through.
Yes. And then also purchasing from us, you have the option to finance.
Yes.
Even though it's used.
100%.
And
an extended service plan.
Yes.
That way you're going to get that warranty. We have extended service plans that will actually run, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not our finance guy, Bill, so don't hold me to this.
Well, yeah.
But I want to think that we have extended service plans that will actually cover it. I don't want to say bumper to bumper, but primarily bumper to bumper. Any major component that's going to cost you a substantial amount of money to have fixed for up to 7 years.
Disclaimer, you'll have to go through the process and talk to our finance team.
You will, 100%. Don't ask me because I'm not schooled on that stuff. Bill, that's what he does.
You deal with the front end. You deal with the sales process. You deal with stuff like that. Yes. We have folks over there giving us cue cards. They're saying, Wade, little Wade, you're talking too much.
I'm sorry, what was the question again? I forget.
No, we were just chit-chatting. So, okay, let's spotlight.
Yeah.
We were talking about our disclaimer on the ESA. But anyways, so let's spotlight a fifth wheel.
Okay. The Impression. I've got a 270 RK right now that we're doing for our feature of the week. Amazing floor plan, opposing slides in the living area, 2 ACs. That one I've got discounted almost $20,000 off the MSRP. I mean, so we're right around, if I'm not mistaken, I believe I was right around 54 on a brand new fifth wheel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
With 2 slides.
Yes.
And you half-ton towable, if I'm not mistaken, under 10,000 pounds.
Under 10,000.
I love these Impressions, too. So it's a great deal. And more importantly, it's a great unit. So whenever you're actually out there camping, you're going to have a unit that's going to take care of you. So it's got solar on there. It's got auto leveling. I mean, this thing is fully loaded. It's not missing one feature.
Willie D, you're my RV knowledge, my go-to RV nerd.
Yeah, I was going to say
let's nerd out on the solar, because I think that a lot of people heard you, like, they just said, oh, he said solar, so I can go boondocking and run my AC and my microwave and my TV.
Let's go.
School us on the solar, please.
Hold the brakes on that one.
Yeah.
So if you have the solar and you're wanting to go boondocking, yeah, it's going to help you, but you're not going to be able to run your AC. I mean, let's be realistic. You're not. They haven't made that nuclear fusion where you can just, make energy out of nothing. And so those solar panels are only usually 100, 200 watts. And so you're not going to have anywhere near the power to run your microwave, run your AC. Now, where that does flip around is it will trickle charge your battery. So if you know campers, you'll know that most of your systems in there are going to run off 12 volts. So your heater will run off 12 volt, your bathroom fan, so you can circulate air, open up a window and pull that nice cool breeze like we have going on right now. That'll pull it through. But if you do have inverters in there, you can have it where it'll run your TV, it'll run your AC if you want to plug it in that way. So there's different things that you can do. If you do want to just use solar and go boondocking, you're going to need a whole lot of batteries and a whole lot of solar panels to run that AC. Yeah. But if you want to do it, come on in here to Wade's RV and we can get you taken care of. Because we've done it many a times, and I've actually seen us put a wood stove in the back of a toy hauler. Have you heard that story yet?
I have not.
Yeah, so we had a customer. He actually he loved the boondocking, and so he outfitted, I think it was a Voltage, if I'm not mistaken. He had a ton of solar panels up there on the Voltage, totally custom ordered it, and so he could go out there off the grid. He was kind of one of those anti-government types, and so he wanted to go out where no one could find him, and he made his living selling split wood. And so he, of course, wanted a wood stove in there, and so we made that happen. So we went ahead and installed the wood stove, had it all outfitted for him, and once he left, I don't think I ever saw him again, and you can probably guess why. He went out to the middle of nowhere and enjoyed his camper doing what he did, and he can run his AC off solar. But
heck yeah,
it took almost that entire roof. Now, we did have to make a spot for the exhaust for the wood stove.
Yeah.
But, it is possible, and we have done it. So if you want to do it, you can be number 2.
There you go. Let's spotlight a Class B unit.
Okay. We have our Coachman Galleria here right now. We have a 2023 model Galleria on a Sprinter chassis, so it's the Mercedes. Gorgeous unit. Absolutely gorgeous unit. It's the only Class B I've got left. It seems like we had a round on Class Bs and sold all but the one. So we're still waiting on some new models to come in, and we'll see those before too long. But right now we do have that one Galleria here right now. So if you're interested in it, you better get here quick.
And if somebody wants to test drive one, they could just give us a call.
Oh, absolutely.
So 405-288-1247, 405-288-1247, and we could set you up with a test drive. Let's talk about this convenient road over here. I don't think this one's called Airport Road. I always get that confused. I think Airport Road. Anyways.
Yeah.
So it's a private drive pretty much, right?
Yes, pretty much. We go right down the street here, and it's actually got a little swing around spot. We've got the same thing right here on the street that runs next to us. So as far as any buses, Class Bs, Class Cs, anything like that, when we have folks that have never driven one before, we've got the perfect little spot right here where you don't have to worry about
traffic.
Any of that traffic. You don't have to worry about merging on the highway if you don't want to do that. If you kind of want to take it slow and take those baby steps and really get a feel for it, we've got the perfect spot within a mile stretch right here around us.
And we've had customers where they were like, hey, I just want to see if I could do it. So we set some cones out there at the turnaround.
Yeah.
I guess a little cul-de-sac area. And we practiced. Hey, if you're going to pull in here or if you're going to make a turn, don't hit this cone and don't hit that cone. Because when you're driving a bus, you don't want to turn too sharp. And when you turn, you got to watch your tail.
Yeah.
Because it'll swing out there. It'll get you.
It'll get you every time.
So
got with a D once.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, that was a rough day.
How bad was that?
Let's not talk about it. It was a brand new unit that just arrived.
Going to an RV show.
The very first appearance.
Yes.
But we'll save that for another episode of...
Hey, I have a few wrecks that I could talk about.
Yeah.
Some
I
dangerous...
was going to say, didn't you tell me about one the other day?
Yeah, hey, we'll actually make a podcast of RV crazy...
mishaps.
Yes.
Mistakes.
Instead of do's and don'ts, it's just don'ts.
Yes,
Yeah.
just don't do what
Just
I did.
don't do it.
Yeah. What about a Class C motorhome?
Class C, we actually just took in a consignment on one. That's a really, really, really nice unit. It is a Sunseeker.
Okay.
2023, 9,000 miles on it. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we've got it listed at $79,995.
Nice.
And it's a 2021.
I would have
Wow.
been over 100,000 brand new.
Yeah.
Save big on that one.
That's
that-
almost like certified pre-owner status
Exactly,
right there. Wow.
On
Super nice,
Yeah,
super
on that,
nice.
that F450 chassis. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Fiberglass roof,
really,
airbags in the back.
I was going to say, I'm going to let him go on all the specifics because he knows them better than I do, I promise.
That's awesome. Anything you would like to say about the Sunseeker?
It's a great unit. I love it because it's packed with value. You're not necessarily going to see, let's say, the nightclub lights back behind the headboard, but what you are going to find is straight up quality. As I was saying, you're going to have the airbags on every single Sunseeker. So if you're towing something, put a little air in there. It'll rise your suspension, and it's going to help you as you're going down the road, traveling hours to your next destination. I love the roof construction, one-piece fiberglass roof. Doesn't get better than that. That's what we have on all the Newmars and all the high-end buses, and you rarely find it on a Class C. And like I said, just the construction overall with the cab over, it actually wraps around with that fiberglass, so the seams, you're not going to have water running right down the seams, which, if we know anything about water, it'll find the path of least resistance. So it's just a really great unit, loaded with features, and more importantly, it's at a great price. You can save tons of money on it. It was over $100,000. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this. I think it was around 130 whenever it was brand new rolling off the lot, and now you can get it for 77. Is that right?
79.
79. I was trying to make a deal.
With 4 slides.
Don't get mad at me, Randy.
This thing has
Four slides.
So
Wow.
tons of space in there.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to feel like you're in a Class A, but in a Class C, and you're going to love the fuel mileage as well because it's on that smaller package, and you can park it in a parking lot. I mean, this thing, you got to see it to believe it. I was talking to someone about test driving yesterday, and you don't need a special license either. That's another thing.
It's a gas rig, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And that goes with all the motorhomes across the board. You do not need any special license. We can set you up on that little demo track so you can try it out and make sure you know how to drive it. But don't worry, you don't have to go get your CDL and go take a whole bunch of tests or anything. That's not the case. We'll teach you how to drive your RV, and you will be legal going up and down the road. Don't worry.
I like that. So I tell all my friends and family, if you are thinking about a motorhome and you absolutely, your budget says, hey, your taste says, hey, I want a diesel pusher, but your budget says, hey, we might want to start out with a gas rig. I tell them, go to a Class C.
Yeah.
Every
100%.
time, Class C.
Yeah.
I just think they're more comfortable for the family, and I think it's fun for the kids, especially when you're traveling down the road. My aunt and uncle had a Class C motorhome, and I always rode up above the
The bunk area up top.
what do you call that area? What's the technical term? I call it
Cab over.
Cab over.
cab over. Yeah, in the cab over area.
Yeah.
I always hung out
the
up
bunk
there,
space,
up
yeah.
there in the bunk space. Yeah. Anyways, let's highlight a Class A diesel pusher.
If it's not a
You have a
Newmar-
lot here.
I was going
You
to
have a
say,
lot.
if it's not a Newmar, Jared would kill me. So we have got
You got that on record, folks. So if
Yes.
Adam goes missing, it was Jared.
Jared did it, I promise. No, I mean,
are you crying out for help?
No, not at all.
Do you
Not
need
at
to
all.
talk-
Not at all.
you need to
Jared
talk
is
to somebody?
best,
Cue card.
the best general manager that I've ever had. Best boss.
Okay.
Anything. He is fantastic. But we have got a Newmar. We've got a Ventana 4369 out there.
I don't
that
want to
has-
pressure you, but do you guys have a 2024 yet?
We do not have a 2024
Okay.
yet. Thanks, Willie D.
Hey, not to rub it
No,
in. Or
I mean, yeah, I was
anything.
gonna say,
I don't
thank
have
you.
a Platinum Service Award, but I do have a 2024 Dutch Star. Come on.
I'm not.
Sorry,
trading.
I was just
I'm not gonna
curious because
trade,
we will
so-
be having those come in soon. And the Ventana
Yes.
that you were talking about, we actually said that was the most improved of 2024. So
Yep.
when it rolls in here, you're gonna be blown away.
Because it's already a really impressive unit as it is. The one we've got out there too that I just love. We've got a peacock teal metallic 4369 Ventana out there that
Ooh.
is just the paint job on that thing is ridiculous.
Pops.
Jared, I believe does all of our paint jobs custom. So I know that he was really excited about that when he came back from Colorado because all of the paint jobs and paint schemes that he did were going to be very specific.
Yeah.
And they're going to be unlike anybody else in the country. I think a lot of them probably put just, not to say that they're cookie cutter, because they're definitely not, but for us to put the extra time in to kind of do some custom stuff on the paint so that we're standing different from everybody else out
Yes.
there. You're going to have the only one in the country that's going to have that paint scheme. So,
And let's go ahead and plug the Super C that we're going to start carrying here at Wade's RV.
yes.
The Superstar?
Yes.
Superstar.
That's so tricky. That's so tricky
You're gonna
for
start
me.
doing
I know,
the-
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
Anybody that's any younger than us is not going to get that reference. Just you know that, right? They're not
you
going
get
to
that reference?
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. So hold on. I'm going to have so many issues on TV and commercials, so many blooper reels of the Superstar Super C. That's going to be real
We'll have
tricky.
to make a spin
That,
off.
yeah, that is. Gonna
Oh
be,
gosh.
Yeah.
I'm already dreading that, folks. But anyways, it's so beautiful. We got to see that. Like we got to tour that. Did we already post the video of the Superstar?
I would have. It's edited. I'd have to see if it's been released.
It might
yet.
be on our YouTube page. Just keep an eye on it if not. And it's real easy to find. It's at Wade's RV on YouTube. But
I know Jared showed us some pictures of what you guys saw when you were there, and
Yeah.
it was.
Do you have to get a rag to catch all that drool coming down
Yes,
your face?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. We had buckets under us catching it. It was fantastic.
yeah, the paint jobs, man, amazing. And so, we have a lot of specials going on. Really want to get you folks out into the RV camping, just the lifestyle, making memories with your family. I would love to help. If you're listening, would love to help you get into an RV by Memorial Weekend. But
Don't
if-
be left behind, folks.
Yeah, but if work or if you're under the weather and you can't make it out here by then, just know that we're going to have that huge lot promotion, which basically it's going to be like a Memorial Day weekend party, right? It's going to start Wednesday and it's going to go all the way through Saturday. And so you're going to have the opportunity to come out here and we're going to have video, or we're going to have the TV stations, we're going to have the podcast, we're going to have radio stations, we're going to have hot dogs, we're going to have cornhole games
So, yeah,
set
definitely
up.
have the cornhole board set.
Yeah, all kinds of just funness. So if you are maybe just wanting to learn some more about RV camping before you make the purchase, come out here because we're going to have all the guys on deck ready to answer those RV questions and stuff like that. So just know that that's coming up. And, that's all I have. Do you have anything to add, Willie D?
Get ready, because just like we keep improving with the service awards, we also keep carrying more brands. Like you were saying with the Super Cs, the more of these big Class A's we sell, the more units we're going to get. So right now we carry up to the London Air. And I'm hoping next year, we get one of those King Airs. And so if you're looking at a high-end Newmar, give us a call. More than likely, we can get it. And if you want to customize it, we pick some paint jobs, but you know what you want better than anyone else. And so you can pick your paint colors as well. So come on in here and see the process. It's no offense, Adam, but it's a lot cooler than customizing your car paint job. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. I am clearly an RV man, but it's a lot cooler of a process than going into the dealership and picking what color seats you have and what color on the outside. It's a whole super cool customization you get to do on your bus, and you get to make it exactly the way you want it because it's your home on wheels. So make it just perfect. So we're going to be able to do all that, and we talked about a lot of different elements we have in Goldsby, guys, but I'm going to have to go ahead and kind of correct you on one thing.
Uh-oh.
Don't forget we have storage here. Vince would be very upset if we did not miss the storage. So
yes.
If you are looking for storage, we do have that here in Goldsby as well, and we're building more and more buildings. So come on out here and check it out because you got to protect your investment. So protect it from not just criminals, breaking in your RV, but also protect it from the weather. We had some storms out here, and those buildings offer some great protection.
Any last words?
Appreciate you guys having me.
Yes, sir. So that's it for RV Camping with Wade's RV. And always thank you guys for supporting us and allowing us to be your RV partner. Because remember, the most important thing when it comes to purchasing an RV, it's the dealership that you're partnered up with. See you guys. Have a good one. Oh, you hear that?
Get your lighter ready.
Hey, you got some s'mores?
I got
Come
the
on,
campfire
man.
going.
Come on, man. Get that out of your mouth.